What's up, guys? Welcome back to the garage. Welcome back to the channel. It's a beautiful day. Just got off of work. I'm loving this time change. Look at this. We still got all the time in the world to work on some cars. So we're not gonna be working on this one today. I need to finish this one. I need to get this one at least like the fenders painted, the new wing on, the mirrors painted, the hood redone. I need to get all that stuff done before I start really touching this one. So that's been the game plan, was for me to finish this one. So let's go ahead and get to work ripping all this stuff off of here. Throw you guys on a time lapse and we'll get to work. All right, guys, now that we got the fenders off, I'm just gonna go ahead and blow all the dirt and dust out. Dump it on here. So we got the fenders pulled off, we got the mirrors pulled off. This is what it's looking like under here for anybody that cares. That's my wire tuck I did years ago. I use like some really strong like loom stuff. Feels really good. And I use high quality wire. You want to use high quality wire when you're doing stuff like that, because that cheap wire, the rats and stuff like to eat it. But my neighbor's flying around on a dirt bike. That's what everything's looking like. You guys probably couldn't get a good view last time, but there you go. It's looking nice under there, man. So next thing we got to do is pull the wing off. So let me go ahead and knock that out real quick. All right, so I think we got everything off that we're trying to paint today. The wings off, the mirrors are off, fenders are off. I think that's good, man. So like I said, we're just knocking some stuff out after work. I'll probably start disassembling this stuff and getting it ready to prep it up and sand it down and all that good stuff. So this video is gonna keep going. I'll see you guys in the morning. Guys, we just got a score. So I was taking out the trash and then my neighbor had these sitting out front. She was throwing these away. They're perfect. The fenders literally sit on there perfectly. So I can literally pop like a bolt in them or like a wood screw, you know, and then they should sit right there and I could be able to sand it all down, do what I gotta do, and I can paint them just like that. That's perfect. Man, I love dumpster diving. Sometimes it works out good. Also got this sink over here too. Boom, so now I got an outdoor sink. So I can just hook that up to my hose and then just wash some parts, wash my hands, whatever I gotta do. So that's a come up too. But yeah, that's all we're doing right now. Let me keep stripping these down. Shorter screws I got. All right, guys, so I just got all this mounted up so that way it doesn't move when I'm doing the body work and I'm sanding it down. So I got to go get all my body work supplies and everything out and set up, and we'll start sanding all this down. All right, so let me get all my stuff out of here. We got some used sandpaper. Alright, I got some new paper. Probably start off with this. What is this? 180? That's 80. 120. Probably start off with 120. Get Get that sheet out. DA out. All right. That should be good. Alright guys, so now you can really see what I was talking about. So you can see all these little dots right here. That's where like moisture was getting through. So that's why it was all bumpy under there. You can see that. So somehow moisture was getting through these areas and making these pops come out of the clear. So now that we're getting all those, we got to get all this down until it looks like this. So we can't have any of these little dots still here. It all has to disappear. So we'll just keep knocking this down and I'll put you guys on a time lapse. All right guys, so been sanding on this for a little bit. Starting to get all those pops out of there. Whatever solvent pop was happening, but you can see this area had no solvent pops, and then as I'm breaking through, excuse me, you can see that solvent pops are actually under there and they were starting to form. So if I run into stuff like this, I have to keep sanding it out. So we'll see how much I got to take off this fender. It's probably gonna be most of it, to be honest with you. Then I got to start feeling for dents and straighten all those out. It doesn't look like I have a lot or anything really on here. If there's anything, it's little ripples or little dings like this, like tiny little things that you can see. That's a low spot. So I mean, I can't even feel it with my finger. So I mean, just a quick swipe of Bondo. I mean, not even Bondo. This is like high build primer situation here, because it really doesn't need Bondo. It just needs a nice high build and then block sand it and then high build it again, and then it should be good to go. So let's just keep sanding. We'll see how far we get. We got most of it off. I'm not seeing it anymore. Oh, there's a little one right here. You guys can see that. So that's why I just blew it down real good so I can see. See, another one there. Another one here. Another one there. So you can see we still got to go a little bit farther. Looks like a little bit right there. Maybe a little one right there. So once I get this top section knocked out completely, then I'll move on and get this bottom section right here. So I got all that crap that was bubbling up off this corner here. Got all this off. So the reason why I'm using the 120 instead of like going more aggressive and getting it off faster with like 80 grit, I don't want to leave those big scratches. Like 80 grit kind of leaves like swirls, and it will swirl up the metal real bad, and then you'll put high build primer and block it and it will be good, and then like a week later you'll see like the lines, like the primer like shrinks in there. So definitely don't want that to happen. So that's why we're taking our time and doing it with the 120 first. Then I'll come back and then probably block it a little bit and then get ready for the high build primer. But I got to see if I have any, because if I don't, might have to run to the store and continue this video on later on. So I'm gonna take the sandpaper and hit all the edges. So any paint that's still on the edge is going to be broken off now, because you don't want any of like chipping paint, you know. You want to make sure you get all that off. So yeah, so I'm just gonna continue this all the way around, guys, and then I'll come in here and I gotta get all this chipping paint off of here, get all this sanded all up in here, and then we'll come back. All right, guys, so what you just saw me doing there, I actually found some old Bondo under here, so I didn't want to keep any of that there, so I removed all that old Bondo, and look what I found. The mounting point there for probably the mud flap. So now I can put a little plastic piece in there. I think I have a bunch that will fit in there, and then I can screw on the mud flap right there, so that's gonna be cool. I didn't even know that was there. Let's see, but it's looking pretty good, man. So I got most of all the rust and everything off. There's still a little bit of Bondo right here, so I'm gonna keep grinding this down, and then I'm gonna have to do like a metal treatment on here because I'm seeing like where rust is starting to like grow. Like I'll grind it down, it will still kind of be there. So I want to definitely kill this stuff, and I think I still have some rust neutralizer. So if I can find that, I'm gonna brush it on there, let it sit, and come back and do a couple coats of it until all the rust turns like a black, and that means it's dead. So let me start doing that if I have it, and yeah, we'll come back to this. All right, guys, so I got some of this rust neutralizer. It's like some type of acid. Put it on here. It's foaming up. Don't breathe this shit in. It fucking stinks. I should have put my mask on. Phew. Put the lid on this. Alright, so basically we'll just let this work now. And should be good to go. I'll just wipe it off. But you can see how it's turning. That was like metal that was already like basically with the cancer of rust. It's turning it black. See that? Hope the camera's focused. Can't really see, there's a glare. but it's eating all the rust. So all the other metal that didn't have rust is just chilling, but all the stuff that had rust, you can see turning black. So that's gonna be good, man. It's gonna kill all that, and then I can clean this off, and then it'll be ready to like primer up and stuff like that. Now the rust won't come back. So we'll just let this do its job. All right, so it's been about 5 minutes letting this stuff soak on there. It's got like a damp paper towel with just water, because the acid gets neutralized by the water, and then we'll quickly dry it so that way it doesn't form any new rust. All right, so I just got some rubbing alcohol and a microfiber here. I'm just gonna wipe it down. Oh, brand new. Soak that rag pretty good. All right, wipe this thing down. This is gonna dry up any of the water that might have still been on there, because this rubbing alcohol dries really fast. All right, just like that. So this thing is now good. It will not rust in those places any longer. You can really see where it killed the rust. You see this like fresh metal, it didn't even touch that, but all the stuff that was exposed around it where water was getting in definitely was starting to rust. So that's basically dead rust now. It's good to go. I gotta see if I have any more primer. If not, I'll have to just leave this how it is, bring out the other fender and do the same thing, catch it up to this state, and then we might have to end the video, but if I can, I'll pick back up and we'll primer it and start block sanding. All right, guys, so I'm just gonna have to get this fender caught up to this one, where this one's at right now, because I just checked and I have no primer, no type of body filler, and I don't have any body work tools here, so I need to bring those home from my job and get on the back side here and bring out the dolly and hit this and get all these bumps out of here, rework all this metal. That way I don't have to use like very much filler on there. It would just be like a little skim layer just to make sure it's flat. So that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. I'm just gonna get this caught up. There's no need for me to record it again. I'm gonna do the same exact process. This one looks like it doesn't have any body work. It's all metal, so this one's good to go. That one must have gotten a little accident years and years ago, and I didn't even know about it. But I hope you guys liked the video, guys. Catch you on the next one. Peace.